Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Myself Kavana Jiki studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, Department of Basic Science. Today I am going to represent the topic of decision control and looping statements of principles of programming using C. Introduction of decision control and looping statements. Decision control statements allow you to make decisions based on conditions, where the looping statements allow you to repeat a block of code multiple times. These statements are essential for controlling the flow of a program. If statement. The if statement is used to execute a block of code of a condition is a true. It can be followed by an optional else statement to handle the case when the condition is false. And the multiple if-else statements can be nested to handle multiple conditions. Whereas condition is true or condition is false, int number will be 5 in the true condition, or else in the false condition also the int number will be 5. Whereas if number is greater than 0 in the true condition, and in the false statement the number is less than 0. And the code in the true statement will be the code after if else, and false condition also will be the code after if else. Switch statement. The switch statement allows you to select of many code blocks to be executed. It works based on the value of an expression. The statement can be have multiple case labels and a default case, where a switch statement can be checks the value of the variables and runs different codes depending on its value. It's like if or else chain, but it's more concise and easier to read. Whereas a k keyword that declares a constant, and a constant cannot be reassigned. Its value is immutable. A case label in a switch statement. The switch expression will be compared to the value of case label. While loop. Whereas the while loop executes a block of code as long as specified condition is true, and it is used when the number of iterations is not known beforehand. Be cautious of infinite loops that can occur if the condition never becomes false. While versus do while loops. When the condition of the body and the while condition of do to body. Do while loop. The do while loop is similar to the while loop but guarantees at least one execution of the block. Do while loop evaluates the condition at the end of the loop. This loop is useful when you want to execute the block of code at least one time. It will start when do while loop starts and execute the loop body. It conditions the true or false, and it ends at do while loop. For loop. The for loop is used to iterate a block of code a specific number of times. It consists of an initialization, condition, and increment or decrement expressions. The for loop is commonly used when the number of iterations is known. Break statement. The break statement is used to execute a loop or switch statement. It can be used to permanently execute a loop based on a certain condition. The break statement is useful for improving the efficiency of your code. Continue statement. The continue statement is used to skip the current iteration of a loop, and it jumps to the next iteration without executing the remaining code of the loop. For value in sequence, the condition will continue and in the while condition, the condition to continue and the code. The continue statement is handy for skipping certain iterations based on conditions. Nested loops. Nested loops are loops within loops. They are useful for iterating over multi-dimensional arrays or handling complex patterns. Be mindful of the performance implications of nested loops. Best practices and conclusion based POP. Use decision control and looping statements judiciously to improve code reliability and ensure that your conditions are clear and concise to avoid the confusion in the future. Regularly review and optimize your loops for better performance. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, guys.